Whiteboard Wednesday, time for a little practical application. We're going to talk about designing for customer experience. And I've got a dog that thinks it's Tactical Tuesday, probably because it's Thursday. I don't know if you saw the pause. Anyhow, let's design backward and execute forward. So one of the challenges we solve for relative to the game plan and the game plan notebook that we launched is, how do I take this messiness, this chaos, all of the stuff that's going on inside my head and create clarity so that I can focus time, energy, and attention resources on doing the right things, on things that matter, and doing the right things in order so I can start taking next steps. Well, let's design backward and execute forward. If my goal is to help people achieve the results that they want to, achieve their goals, we'll put this here at the end. So how do we help them achieve goals? What needs to happen? Well, there's going to be a time period where they're going to have to implement something, start doing work. So there's going to be a period of time where they actually have to get work done. Let's break this down into 30, 60, 90, or short term, medium term, long term. Again, I'm working backward. People achieve goals, working backward, short term, medium term, long term. Oh, what's the thing that I need to do before that? Well, I've got to build out my plan, start doing that individual work. So one of the things I need to do is I need to be really clear around what actions am I going to take? What work is going to be done? Actions. It's going to start to look like the game plan working backward. And then what are what is the actual goal? What's the thing that I want to accomplish? So goal, action, metrics relative to short-term, medium-term, long-term, they get to achieve goals. So that's the end state that we want people to be in. How do we help them get here? Well, one of the things that they have to do in order to build out this kind of plan from our standpoint is they go in and they buy the game plan notebook. Okay, so if my goal is to help people achieve their goals, and the vehicle that we're going to use to help them get there is by going in and working through the game plan notebook that they can work on their own. Now the next thing is, how do we actually get them to the notebook? So now here's my goal: get them in, start using the notebook. Well, working backward, they've got to be aware that it exists. So they have to be aware of the solution, be solution aware. Before they're solution aware, they've got to be problem aware. SAD, problem aware. So I go from problem aware, problems known, to solution aware, solutions known. I make a decision, buy the book, go in, start doing the work, get to the point where I achieve those goals. I've got process to be able to do this. Well, before the problem aware piece happens, there's folks that are just kind of problem unaware or ambivalent, right? We just problem unknown. And now Murphy's making some noise in the background. So I've got this whole thing that I can design around. I've got this kind of view that people are going to go through. In order to get to the point where they achieve goals, they need to do the work. In order to do the work, they need to know that there's a solution out there. And either to know that there's a solution out there, they've got to explore some things, have some questions. Well, how can we design to support this? So here's how I would design to support it. And actually, it's how we've set things up. Well, there's the primary call to action that we have in place now is send people to Find My Catalyst. That's our website. Well, how are people going to find My Catalyst? Well, they're going to either see that through the podcast, they're going to see it through blog posts, they're going to see it through social media, they're going to see it through referrals. So these are all areas where people would become aware that Find My Catalyst exists. Everything points to a single location, Find My Catalyst. From here, they've got to decide, am I working as an individual? Am I focused on self? Or am I focused on others? So teams and organizations. So there's some decisions that people need to make. So we've got to set up the web page so that it can support some of those decision pieces. So coming through the blog post, podcast, etc., they get to the website, they self-select as an individual, team, or organization. In the instance for the notebook, they're an individual. They can either choose to purchase the notebook or they can purchase a coaching call. So notebook, they go through and do it on their own. Coaching call, I work with them directly. From there, they can get to the point where they start doing this implementation work, ultimately getting to the point where they start establishing goals, actions, 30, 60, 90, and identify the work that they need to do to get things done. Once they get to this desired state of solution, they've achieved the things that they want to achieve, ideally, they are going to let people know who have a problem that there's a solution that exists out there. So I'm designing backward relative to what the client is looking to do. I'm executing forward relative to laying out some steps to enable them and make sure that the user experience is clean all the way through the process. These are the things we're working on. We just relaunched the website to help clarify this. We're seeing some conversions on the notebook. We've had some people purchase, so we've made it through 0 to 1. Now the next thing we're looking for is feedback around and testimonials around how it worked, how it started to simplify things, how they're moving forward. This is all part of that process. Design backward relative to the objective, execute going forward relative to support, and figure out ways to enable your customers. There is a quick practical application of Whiteboard Wednesday and design from a customer experience and from our own, the experience that we're creating as a business. Thank you.